Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the book 12 Months to $1 Million by the author Ryan Daniel Moran. This book is about how to reach $1 million per year business. In other words, if you want to run a business with more than $1 million per year revenue, then this book is a practical guide for achieving that specific goal. And the steps mentioned in the books are the following, such as solving the customer's problem and even solving your own personal problem. In other words, instead of focusing the business upon a specific product, you need to focus on solving a specific problem of the customer, and you need to focus on building relationships instead of building a profitable business in the short term. In other words, if a customer is spending $30 on a certain product, then you need to spend $25 to get that customer, to build that specific relationship, because in your future product sales, when you have certain kind of customers and certain number of people who are ready to buy the product, then you will have that momentum to constantly and regularly achieve that 25 sales every day. And there is a certain number in the book, such as you need to have 3 to 5 products. There is a method for having that customers who are ready to buy stuff from you, and that method is described in the book, such as you need to focus on building that audience by having social media presence. And if you have the audience of at least 1,000 people, and you can focus on by selling that product to that 1,000 people, and additionally you can also pick 10 people from your group who are also interested in that specific product, and you can market that product with those 10 people in their specific groups and in their specific profiles. And you can also focus on taking one micro influencer with at least 10,000 followers, and you can associate it with him or her to focus on marketing that product. And by doing that you can have sales, and by doing that you can have customers who are ready to buy your product before you even have the products to sell. For example, if you need 8 weeks to prepare the product for selling, and you can focus on the acquisition of customers as mentioned in the before process, like having 10,000 followers, micro influencer, having 10 other people who are also focused on that specific niche, and having 1,000 people of followers in your specific field personally by you. And you can also even have some kind of an email newsletters, and you can focus on giving that email newsletters at least a week before your product goes to sale. And you can consistently sell the product 25, 30 orders every day. And there is a certain number, and if you reach that number consistently, for example $100,000 every month, then your product will be $1 million sales every year. In other words, if you have a product and if you are selling that product consistently, you are getting sales. And if you are launching new products, if you have the customers ready who are ready to buy from you, and you have the customers and you have additional products you are selling consistently, then you have a specific plan to get that $1 million or more per year business. And after getting that business, you can focus on other things such as scaling that business or even selling that business. And that is your priority, and that is your choice depending upon what is your interest. And the author explicitly mentions that even you are if you are trying to sell the business, you are emotionally invested in your business. So even if you sell the business, if other people who bought the business does not run the business properly, then you will suffer because they are not running the business properly. So you need to carefully consider the people who are buying your business if you want to sell the business, and you need to have the terms for selling your business. In other words, instead of focusing on selling the business for the person who is giving you money, you need to set a certain terms to run the business, and those certain conditions, if they are met by the other party, then you can sell the business. And you need to have the comfort of working with the other party who is trying to get the business from you, because in the future you are mostly focused on the business as a partner. The author is also telling that even if you sell your business and you get your money, or even if you try to scale your business and get a salary from the business, you need to focus on what you want out of your life, such as your life passion and your things that is meaningful in your life. And instead of focusing on money and how much you are earning, you need to focus on the meaning of your life, so that you will have certain happiness and fulfillment in your life. That's all for this video, everyone. See you next time. Thank you.